I thought I'd make a video because it's just easier. Anyone who wants to, and it's for anyone and everyone, if you want to text me or call me to threaten me, get angry at me, unleash, and do all this shit to fucking either get me to do what you want in the name of love or fucking behave how you want me to, or whatever it is, deny, avoid, whatever it is, unless you want to fucking work it out and approach it without anger and fucking judgment before speaking to me, don't bother, because I respond exactly the fucking same way every time. It's like, hang on a minute. Whoa up. Why are you yelling at me? Why are you angry at me? You know why? Because you've fucking got your own shame and guilt about what you've done. And instead of owning it and apologizing and trying to work through it so that everyone's okay, and that the person who is suffering and like really fucking suffering but keeps a fucking fighting every day is like be able to work through it that so they can live another day. But hey, so the person who has spent 30 years of her life fucking trying to work out herself and the things that go on for me that I've created for myself that I don't understand why, 30 years plus of trying to work that shit out through self-help, started with self-help books and things like that because there's no internet, not a lot of knowledge and labels of things, to fucking, therapy. And I've had many counselors and psychologists cry with me. Fucking, they don't do that for no reason. Then I go to university and I actually do a fucking behavioral science degree, 4 years of it. So what do you think that consists of? Psychology. What do you think that consists of? Human fucking behavior. So when people just like fucking give me bullshit and like think I've got this list of things, if I do this and say these things, regardless if I mean it or care or anything, I tick off the box of I'm doing the right thing. But when you do that shit to me, I fucking know. This bullshit just to fucking shut me up or fucking not own your own fucking shit and turn it on to me. 10 years of university, behavioral science degree, my music therapy degree. I didn't have to do the psychology part of that because I got a fucking behavioral science degree, right? And then I go out in the field and I've been working, mental health, dementia, disabilities, fucking, the life experience because I talk to anyone and I don't judge them. And I learn a lot about people and how they function and stuff. So, I kind of know shit. And when you try and bullshit to me and you think I'm going to fall for it, I might let you get away with it, whatever, because I've been taught to shut my mouth and keep the peace and blah, blah, blah. But why the fuck should I hold back how I feel about shit just because you feel bad about shit or you just don't want to accept that something's gone on? And then the person who's struggling and reaching out for help because she's fucked and can't let herself fucking let that all of her lifetime of fucking just constant merry-go-rounds of fucking abuse of all sorts, and to fucking read something on fucking Facebook and then fucking call me angry and about stuff when I'm just like busy, I'm just doing my thing and I've just dealt with someone else and his shit. I have a fucking 2.5 hour recording. And that's not the whole thing of me calmly just going, listen, this is what you've done, and you haven't done anything to fucking own it or make amends for it or anything. So, and you've tried every avoidance technique in the fucking world. It was a great case study. I could do a lecture on it. Fucking to have not owned anything, and you still don't want to leave, and it took fucking 4 hours and you're still trying to come back. I mean, shit. Talk about basic respect. I don't even get that from fucking, who do I get that from? Myself. Which is, and it's funny because I've let people fucking frighten me and intimidate me throughout my life to keep my mouth shut and think that I don't deserve to be treated certain ways or spoken to certain ways, or even have a fucking apology when they fuck up, because we all do. And then when I fuck up and run, first thing I do is admit that I've done it, and I'm fucking like so apologetic, and I'm told that this person's going to deal with it, and they don't, and then fucking continue to live a lie where I am then thrown under a bus, and now I have not got family members who, you know, people fucking have believed this person blindly without fucking even talking to me, without fucking spending 1 hour with me, let alone fucking 1 minute to know what the fuck I actually am like. Or they know what I actually am like, but they're so fucking jealous and bitter, just like this other person, that they want to jump on that fucking cunt train and just spread evil fucking lies, outright fucking lies about me. So I get outed from my grandmother's death. Good one, hey. I can't go into my own fucking grandmother's house when she died. How fucked up is that? And I'm the problem. You know, and I get conned and sucked into this thing of a relationship, which I, you know, the fucking shame that I'm carrying that I need to get rid of because it's fucked up and I can't talk about it. And I need to. And I need to sort of unpack everything that happened to me fucking with serious fucking counseling, because I was completely fucking conned, and then in a situation where I quickly could see that I knew that I didn't want to be there, but I had no money because I got sick. And when I get sick, I can't work, right? And so because I couldn't work, I couldn't pay the rent, because this fucking con man immediately, as soon as we moved in, started his stuff. But it had been happening anyway. That's why I was there. Yet I was part of it. I was ripped off $10,000+. I had to like fucking stand there and cop abuse from people that I didn't even know what they were talking about sometimes. And then years down the track, I have people come up to me and tell me stuff that kind of confirmed my intuition about certain things. And in a way, it kind of like was really healing. And in another way, it's like just made me fucking angry, you know. And there's nothing I can do about it, because he's that much of a fuck that he's got so many people who want to fuck him up, but he still just manages to continue living and breathing and fucking ripping people off for another day. My reputation, the embarrassment, the money, the fucking destruction of my self-esteem and mental health, which I am constantly trying to get into a healthy space. Yet, it's my problem. I created it. So I have to deal with it. And then that's bad enough. But to think that I had anything to do with any of it and just be so fucked and attacking me and angry at me for just trying to fucking get out of a situation that took me a couple of years to get to the point where I was finally fucking free of people abusing me every single day. Because I had that with a housemate, wake up angry every single fucking day and just take it out on me, take it out on my kids. Couldn't be relaxed and happy. I fucking, I have done everything in my life myself, trying to always fucking work through severe fucking anxiety. Like, I wasn't medicated until in my 40s. So university fucking trying to get through that shit was just fucked, mate. I was just, I do this all silently. People don't understand the fucking shit that I've been through because they didn't see it. I was on my own. I have a couple of people in Melbourne who know exactly how hard I worked. But I'm just a fucking piece of shit and I deserve everything I got. And I get told that often. Even fucking people who people's jealousy and then their guilt and shame need to just fuck off. And I used to think that I got convinced that I'm dumb and I don't know what the fuck. And I didn't know what the fuck because I had been spun so much from such a young age. I was like getting in trouble for things and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand because, and I do remember those thoughts of because when I was young, I had nana all the time and I was there all the time because maybe, why does a little toddler fucking run away from home and go through the paddock to their grandmother's house and they're there all the time? Why? All the toddlers I know and have worked with would never do that because they're getting away from their mum. There's a reason why. Kids like that attached to the fucking hip to their mum. He's me. Maybe it was a little bit of self-fucking preservation that I learnt at such a young age. And then to have copped it from her all day and then have my father come home and because she whinged at him as soon as he walked through the door, he'd just get psycho fucking angry. Instead of bashing her, he'd come find me and my sister and bash us. And my sister, she just don't want to talk about shit, I don't want to know about it. And that's fine. But for me, I can't have these false fucking people in my life who claim they love me yet turn around. And seriously, 3 text messages because I didn't respond. I was given an ultimatum that to, decide whether this person was my mother or not. 3 text messages. And then fucking last night and I checked it because I was like, seriously, that was so quick. And I'm like, I've got a thing where I always say 2.5 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever because, I have no concept of time. Fucking, sure enough, it was bang on a 2-minute phone call where I was fucking, I call it hitting up the side of the head with someone who's angry at me for something I've fucking done that I'm like, what? And I'm hang on a minute. Last I saw, I just was fucking getting up, going to work, coming home. Getting up, going to work, coming home. Getting up, going to work, coming home. On my days off, what am I doing? Fucking cleaning. Yep, I'm not out partying all night. I might stay up all night because that's how my brain likes to work and I function best in the middle of the night because quiet, cool. So I'll work on my van or I'll because I don't know if I'm going to need it to fucking live out of. So I'm finishing that fucking shit off. So just in case, because ain't no one going to help me They're just going to sit back and laugh and go, fucking, you deserve everything you get. And I know it all comes from one evil fucking person. And the educated one, the fucking one with a life experience, the one work experience, closest as fuck to these people, because we have open and honest and fucking mind expanding conversations about things that you never would, that go for hours, and I can't get near them. So fucking lucky for me, I worked where they were, so I got to see. And people they got to see. And you will not change my mind in thinking and knowing for an absolute fucking fact that the reason that our loved ones are not with us anymore is purely because they couldn't handle what was going on. Because all of a sudden, their family is told and controlled that by an evil person who wants to fucking have everything, that we're all fucked, and you're allowed this person and this person and this person, and guess what? All the people in this little fucking circle, they got money. They've had stable stuff and consistency. They've had their parents there helping them out all along the way, even if it's just for a bit of advice. Or just like, I don't know, helping them with opportunities to help them start their life without struggling. But hey, I deserve everything I fucking get. And I don't ask for a fucking thing except for just some love and respect. Because I don't care. And it makes me sad that these people judge me and call me a crackhead and fucking whatever else when they don't spend any time talking to me. Yet they're quite quick to fucking judge me, come to a conclusion, and then tell the whole fucking world whatever they want. And it always gets back to me what's being said. And part of me goes, I'm glad people do that, because I don't like to be embarrassed and humiliated by fucking acting a certain way when behind their eyes they're actually thinking something else, or they're just looking at everything I'm doing and just like, instead of trying to get where I come from, which, you know, because I understand that I do things a bit different, and I've got fucking ADHD. And even then, when I go, I've had a diagnosis, and it's like, you know, I got labels now, so I have ADHD, complex PTSD from lifelong fucking trauma. I've got severe anxiety and depression, which anxiety I've known and I've lived with for a long time, because I get physical fucking things, like I fucking vomit my guts up and get diarrhea, and I shake, and all this stuff happens. And people have seen that with me, but I don't talk, I just suffer in silence. Can't drink alcohol because I've now been diagnosed with a genetic thing, which means that I don't produce the enzyme to break out the toxins in it down. So if I drink, so a normal person, when they drink, as they're drinking it, their body's filtering out all those toxins, which is why some people can drink and drink and drink, because they pace it exactly right, and their body's filtering out, and they don't get sick. It just is how it works. But good old me, I just have to be different because, fucking that's me. And I can accept that and fucking understand that people fucking are going to be judgmental on that, because I understand, because I've done all the work to understand it. Doesn't mean it doesn't fucking hurt. Doesn't mean that I don't deserve the time and the fucking just basic fucking respect to go, fuck yeah, Tanya, just to step back and go, regardless of what evil poison you've been told in your ear, because I can tell you, I know who I hang out with, and it's certainly not the people who are fucking spreading gossip and lies about me, and it's certainly not the people who call me up and abuse me, and either, you know, having the balls to fucking even abuse me with and use bullshit as backup. Don't even bother. Too smart for that shit, mate. And I'm totally fucking detached emotionally. And I'm lucky because I've had a situation happen where I go, why the fuck is this going on? I don't have the time to deal with this. I never want to deal with this again. Why does it keep coming back to me? To get me ready to handle the fucking worst one that come yet. So fucking, but it's just the same old, but just different. So again, you know, people think I lie. People think I exaggerate about either things that happen to me or how fucked up the people around me are, that fucking make my life so difficult when all I do is try my fucking best to get to a mentally stable place and a financially stable place. So me and my children, because everything you do to me affects my kids, right? So yeah. Oh, I love them. But let's fucking destroy that cunt of a mother because we're jealous, or we've been fucking been manipulated to think that she's a certain way, so we don't bother spending time with her and we just jump on the cunt train. And for me, I'm a 51-year-old woman. I'm done with people fucking telling me I'm the problem. And then people who fucking know exactly what these people are like, exactly what they're like. And because I don't accept being spoken to or treated in certain ways, so I just refuse to accept it, and I make people accountable for that. And they can decide whether they're going to fucking apologize for that, own it and learn from it, or fucking just be a cunt about it. That's up to them. It's not me. All I do is fucking speak the truth. Quite fucking rationally, actually. Which pisses people off too, because then I'm a cold cunt. But no, I'm not a cold cunt. I'm actually devastated. I'm a broken fucking human being. And the reason I don't accept bullshit is because I know it, because I feel it, I see it. I can, why, you know, fuck, I've been working with people with severe disabilities for fucking a long time. I have groups that are out in the community where I have fucking I look up and I started to notice it when I didn't notice it at first, and then I noticed it. People sitting there watching our group, taking notes, and I'm like, who are they? So if I got an opportunity, because I was so into my group, to see them and go and talk to them, I would. And I found out that these people are fucking behavioural specialists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, you name it, all sorts of fucking therapists who are all allied health, who apparently, you know, because I'm a music therapist and I know fuck all, even though I'm allied health exactly like them, I have to get them to approve therapy. Fuck off, cunts. This is why I cannot deal with being under a fucking organisation to register anymore. It's just fucked. So I'm allied health, and I've got all these people sitting back, watching me and observing, taking notes, and I go, why? And they go, well, this group should never work, Tanya, because you've got so many levels of abilities there. And they go, but somehow it works. So, and you manage to get around to every single person, and you are able to connect and communicate with every single person there. And I go, no, right? It's like, I love it. I just love it. And I'm genuinely fucking invested in these people that come to my group every fucking week for like 9 years. Yet, I'm not given the respect as a clinician. I'm not given respect from support workers, families, or organizations to listen to a fucking word I say about advice I have for them, for their loved one, so that person can actually live their best life, not the best life that the family and organization choose and want to fucking give them, because that's not actually giving them their best life. That's giving them what is convenient for you. And like I fucking know that I'm the type of person who upsets people because I want people to, I know people's right. I know their rights. And they can fucking do whatever they want if they're not harming themselves or anyone else. And then you wouldn't have the behavioural issues because you're going fucking into their fucking world, cunts. Like, seriously. So I have all this, ability to be able to understand exactly what someone who cannot speak is trying to tell me. Someone who's got dementia and uses like riddles and puzzles and roundabout ways to try and get out what they're trying to say because they can't find the words anymore. And I am so blessed that I have the ability to be able to understand that from very early on in my career. And I've had amazing moments with people who don't have that with anyone because nobody understands them or understands how to be around them. Yet, I don't know what I'm talking about with my own grandmother. I'm just videoing this because I need to let it out, and I find that I might, and you know what? If I fucking put it up on whatever platform I want, it's my fucking choice. And I'm speaking nothing but the truth here. I'm telling you, it's my perspective on fucking everything. And if anyone is feeling guilty or angry or fucking, if you're feeling anything but compassion for me right now, you better look at yourself fucking hard, because that's your own guilt, because I've not pointed a finger at anyone. And I never do. Because what happens is when I write these posts on Facebook, I'm at a point where I'm scared of where my mental health's going to go, because I don't let it, I'm aware, so I don't let things get really bad that I can't function. And then what happened recently, right, is like, I've been through a lot. I've had like the biggest life stressors happen one after the fucking other since last year, like for the last fucking 2 years. And it was due to happen because like I'd been pretty consistently okay for a while. And I was having too much fun, I suppose, and people don't like that. And I was succeeding and I was looking good, and I'm finally exploring myself and who I am and what I like, and trying to express that without fear of fucking judgment and shame and all that sort of stuff, which I preach every fucking day to people to not have. So if you're going to get offended by anything I say, or think that you know what's going on in my mind or in my life even, from reading what I say on Facebook, you need to look at yourself. Don't bother contacting me unless you've sat there, looked at yourself, and don't contact me if you're angry or send me text messages. They just come and if I know you're going to be doing that, or you're going to deny, or you're not going to try and do anything to help the situation, I'm not even going to answer the phone. I'll let you put that in a fucking voicemail. or a text, and then I have evidence and proof that I'm not crazy. And it's not for anyone else but myself, because I think, hang on a minute, why do I have so many fucked up people in my life who accuse me of stuff I haven't done, said, or thought, and would never say, do, or think? And I'm just quietly going about my business, and then I hear, oh, I'm fucking, I've done what, and I'm what? How did I piss people off by minding my own business? I don't gossip. You know, people think I'm up myself or whatever because I talk about myself, and I'm like, I don't think I actually talk about myself or talk myself up. What I do is I talk about shit that I've done or what I know or what my opinion about shit, because while I'm doing that, I'm not gossiping about anyone, am I? And I do have lots of fucking thoughts and ideas about all sorts of stuff, because that's how my brain works. And I've always been told that I'm a fucking idiot or I'm fucking whatever, laugh at me. But you know what I actually am? Super fucking smart. And I see things from fucking so many angles that it's hard for me to express myself. And because I've been lied to and gaslit my whole life, and then physically or verbally abused or sexually abused due to me sometimes just breathing. It makes you question everything about yourself. I don't think I've ever gone out of my way to purposely hurt anyone, even those people that really upset me, because what I do, and what I say to my kids all the time, you can have as many fucking wicked, evil thoughts as you like about something, as long as you don't do it. And usually with me, it's got a humour behind it, so it's just a way of coping. But I would never, ever, 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 I've been, publicly humiliated and physically beaten, and then anger, the whole lot from a very young age. If I thought about lying or cheating or stealing, I grew up knowing that, or being told, God is watching you, and if you do the wrong thing, he will punish you. God will punish you. So it's hard, like, people accuse me of all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, I walk around, and even just like asking someone's help or being somewhere where I know I probably shouldn't be, but it's not that big a deal. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just there. Like, I don't know. I can't even go into a housemate's bedroom when they're not there with their permission without feeling a sense of, I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing. So why the fuck would I even think about doing so many fucked up things that people accuse me of? And if you think that I just need to sit there and just cop the abuse like I have my whole life because I've been told to keep the peace, or I just have to accept what's going on, then you're no better than the person who's doing it to me, because what they're doing to me is harmful and traumatic, and it needs to stop. And it won't stop until certain people die, and that's not any kind of fucking bullshit, man. Like, this is going to keep going until people are unable to fucking be able to contact me and do this shit to me and manipulate my children. Because I've taught my children about gaslighting and manipulation and the way people use words, hateful words about me, so that my own children won't like me anymore or love me anymore, and love them more, like they will love them more. And when I had to explain this to my kids, they're just like, that's so stupid, Mum. What? And I go, I know it's fucked up, right? Because we know everyone has enough love in their heart to be able to love everybody, but there's this competition about love. And fucking then to get drunk and send my fucking 10-year-old son message when you're blind drunk, trying to get sympathy and saying that, oh, he's, you know, he's the only one who knows. And no, don't tell mum. Don't tell mum. You know, yet I can't fucking say my piece when she drives my children home blind fucking drunk. No. Everyone's going to go, don't get angry, Tania. You know, you just don't get angry. Oh, is that right? Why? Why the fuck not? Because I know for fucking damn sure if they were your kids, you'd be angry. And then to justify it and, you know, and go, oh, well, you know what it's like when you've been drinking and you don't know you're drunk until the fresh air hits you, blah, blah, fucking blah. I'm going, are you serious? What that's going to make me fucking wild mad, anyone defending that behaviour. And then for her to think that she got away with it and the police just sat there with it because she's this little old lady they were like trying to look after, and then manipulate and lie to people so she gets her car fixed for free. Not pay people back the money that she owes them. And not even feel bad about it. Because, see, I owe someone money. Well, it was not me. It was this fucked up cunt that I was with owes this money to someone who I promised I would repay because of what? How he's not been repaid for things before. Because, poor me. Fuck off with your poor me. So when I get mad and it's coming, and because I'm copping bullshit and it comes in the form of fucking abuse from so many different areas, sometimes I just get a bit pissed off. Because if I don't get pissed off, I'm going to continue down the fucking poor me fucking well like everybody else. And lucky me, I can't drink because otherwise I'd be a full-blown fucking alcoholic, I reckon. Lucky me, it's poison and I spew it up or just get fucking full-blown alcohol poisoning from fucking hardly anything. And can't, it's torture for me and it doesn't even get me drunk. So why the fuck, fucking, so judge me for every now and again deciding to, throughout my life, because of fuck, everyone needs an opportunity to fucking be able to relax and close their mind, have a good time, talk shit. So, yeah, I might take fucking half of something like LSD or fucking whatever to have a good time. Yeah, I've been fucking self-medicating for years. Now I have scripts for this shit. So am I still a fucking drug-fucked cunt for fucking self-medicating, where my psychiatrist has been so impressed with the fact that I have been able to not go down a fucking addiction well because of my understanding of mental health and looking up proper research and knowing how to medicate myself in certain ways to benefit me. But because it's not in a pill form with a script or it's fucking whatever different, I'm a piece of fucking shit. And I go to my psychiatrist and I tell him this stuff, and he literally has his eyes open and his fucking mouth dropped. I get bulk billed because I am so interesting to him because I'm so fucking complex, because I cop it from everywhere and it's not one incident. It's over and over and over and over again. And I really don't know what the point is for these people. What do they want from me? I just don't understand. A 2-minute phone call where I'm abused and fucking accused and then fucking thrown away again, because I'm not the perfect daughter who fucking shuts her mouth and lets people just do whatever they fucking want, where I'm now have this fucking divide in my family that breaks my heart, where me and certain other fucking family members, because we're all birds of a fucking feather, are all lumped in this fucked up basket instead of fucking mental health, fucking support these people fucking basket. And we're so sensitive that we are devastated by one person's evil actions to fucking destroy the thing that all of us had dead center in our fucking hearts, because we knew exactly where we stood with our grandparents and our fucking mothers and father. And then all of a sudden we not even allowed to go into the house. I know for a fact that they are not happy with this situation, and that's why Nana shut down. Why is it that when I go to the nursing home, all the staff are going, are you a daughter or a granddaughter? And I go, well, you know, there's always been a blurred line about that, because I spent more time with her and I learnt more from her and got more love and education from her than anyone else. My other nana was the only other person, the only person who could tell me, yeah, I was different and I was fucking out there and all that sort of stuff, but she admired that about me and was so had admiration for that. I was the only one who could get away with it, wearing what I wear and say what I say, do what I do. Why was it that they go, oh, she responds to you, hey? And I go, I know. I see it because I recognise that and I understand how dementia works. Tania, how come those people cried and cried and cried, but you know, you've just accepted with such grace what's happened to you, or nana? And I say, well, because there's nothing I can do about it. So many things that are outside of my control, and I'm not going to fucking stand there, chuck tantrums and scream and yell for people to fucking believe what actually is the truth and not the words of an evil cunt. I say to people, I'm the most misunderstood and judged person that you will ever meet. And I have other people's parents ring me and make me, like outright just make me, because I've avoided this from them for a while, tell them why, and my parents don't support me. Why am I contacting her on Mother's Day? Why? Because in her world, her and her husband are in love. They both work hard to fucking make the bucks so that they fucking have their son live with him and don't charge him rent, pay for everything, help him when he fucks up his life with drugs, and help him. They don't throw him away, or they don't go, listen, you are not as important as this fucked up situation I'm in right now, so if you need to go away. Like, they don't understand. And then when they find out there's money involved as well, and here's me like gonna be homeless a couple of times now, to know that not only there's money, but vacant houses and rentable houses that I could be put in, even temporarily, just so that I can get on my feet and fucking start again, because of no fault of my own, because I've always just fought to try to get my partners to fucking do the right thing. And I still fucking am victimised and still fucking, I'm the fuck up and I'm ruining people's lives. How do I ruin your life when I stay the fuck out of it because I know I'm not welcome? And then when I say that, get told, oh, fuck off. I don't listen to people's words, because I've been fed so much fucking empty promises from everyone that people say shit to my face, and if you see, I just will outright laugh at you in your fucking face, depending on how fucked up that fucking bullshit is that you're trying to feed me. I see it all. Even more so now because I'm trusting my intuition. Because it's been proven to me that I'm 100% fucking right every time. Every fucking time. Every time. And I'm a behavioural specialist. So what does a behavioural specialist do? Picks up on patterns of behaviour. And I can pinpoint exactly what the problem is with a lot of things. And you fix that problem and all the other shit fixes too. Because that's the main reason. But what do I know? So instead of like fucking rambling, and I'm going to keep rambling for hours if I fucking keep going, I'm going to take my educated life experience, work experienced, fucking awesome, sexy fucking ass to work in the shop that I fucking own, and everything in it I own outright. And I'm going to struggle through the heat so I can make some money regardless of how much to pay the fucking rent that I'm behind in because I had surgery and had to pay wages and then they fucked up a product order. So now I'm behind again I'm where I was this time last year. I'm almost back there. So fucking year half for me. But am I asking for any help? Am I fucking crying about it? It is what it is. I just got to do it. And it's hard enough to fucking swallow the barbed wire pill of all the shit, even down to my fucking glasses breaking. Like seriously, one thing after the other. The aircon, the MacBook Pro. So they blow up in a fucking electrical surge when I'm having surgery and I'm not there. Come back, the fucking chair's broken, fucking other things dying in the shop that cost money to fix. Then, just little things, one thing after other, it's all adds up. And then, on top of all of that, I have to move. On top of that, I'm still recovering from surgery that people don't give a fat fuck what I went through. And how deeply depressed I got because I felt abandoned by everyone. And anyone who finally did fucking ring me and ask if I needed anything, I felt was just such a token fucking bullshit thing that I didn't even want to speak to anyone. I'm sick of hearing bullshit. I'm a very deep fucking person with deep feelings and thoughts. And yes, sometimes, and I understand to some people, my thoughts and my ideas are fucking out there. But, someone has to have the, ideas for the next best fucking thing or the fucking way to solve something. Why can't it be me? Why can't I have just someone go, that's fucking awesome. That's a great idea. Let's do it. Can I help you financially? Because seriously, the only thing stopping me from achieving the world is finances, just to start me fucking off, right? But I don't even deserve that kind of help. And then the people who are saying these sorts of things about me, denying me of fucking even being able to fucking express my grief with, and fucking put a barbed wire fence around the people who love me the most and supported me the most and fucking educated me the most and gave me a very strong fucking spiritual and moral belief that it was picked up by a counsellor. And she was like, did you have a religious upbringing? And I said, very much so. I was a Maltese Catholic girl. She goes, well, I said, why? And she said, you have a very strong sense of what's right and wrong. And I fucking do. And anything morally wrong, I'm going to fucking not be involved in that. We're Team God all the way. Fucking Jesus is my homie. None of us saw him behind me. And I fucking have my toe dipped in a pool of all sorts of stuff. But why I was there was either fear, anxiety-driven fucking inability to be able to speak up and get myself out of there, or thought I was worthy of anything, or scared, because there's been times I've left and I've been dragged back, so off a train. But I deserve everything I get. And like, people don't necessarily know these things about me, and sometimes I forget these things even have happened until I catch up with someone and they go, remember that? And I go, oh, that's right, I did have fucking someone's mother come into my home and stand over me and abuse me for stealing her daughter's boyfriends, when really he used me to get to my mother. And my mother was having an affair with this girl's boyfriend behind my back and my dad's back, and he was using me as an excuse to be there at my home to be able to have this affair with my mother. And then, like, no one wants to own this shit. So I just recently had my cousin ring me and ask me a couple of questions that Mum, you know, because Mum's throws this shit any kind, she'll just say anything to get people to feel sorry for her and like not make her pay rent. And also, you'd be surprised, I can tell you stories about things that she has gotten, trips she's been on, animals she's been given, through pure playing her fucking little old lady, everyone's cunt to me business. And he did not know the truth about any of that. That's how much he fucking lied, even to this day. And, you know, people say, you know, when I say things about my mum, they go, oh, you shouldn't be like that, you need to fix it. And I just laugh and I go, you need to shut your mouth, because you're embarrassing yourself, because you have no idea what I have invested in trying to fucking work out that shit with her. And I went to university, and the times I pulled up my lecturers who happened to be the heads in their fucking field in St. Vincent's Hospital in psychiatry give lectures. And they realised very quickly that I was, one, poor, so they would allow me to photocopy or they would leave out photocopies of book chapters for me because they knew I had no money to buy textbooks. And then I would pull them up every now and again and ask questions like, so we've just been talking about the electrocomplex and the Oedipus complex, and, you know, it's normal for mums to get jealous of their daughters at some point because, you know, they got the body that they used to have, blah, blah, blah. The youth. Okay, but is it normal for your mother to fucking go and buy the same exact clothes and the same exact jewelry that you've just showed her that you bought that was new? No, that's like borderline there, you know. Well then, is it normal for your mother to steal your boyfriend and leave your dad for your boyfriend and they just go, what the fuck? No, Tanya, that's not normal behaviour. That is absolutely not okay behaviour. And then, you know, Tanya gets absolutely no validation, no fucking support, no nothing for her entire life, because even when people find out the truth, they still don't know how fucking, they're so selfish cunts, all right? I'm always the blame. Yet I'm the one who went and got the therapy. I'm the one who went and got the education. I'm the one who sat down and spoke to these people who are heads of they do research papers and write fucking articles that get taught at universities. Like, these people know their shit. And I go, I've got this scenario, and I don't even really say what happened. I just ask a simple question because they don't have the time to sit there and talk to me about fucking my life. It's not their job. But I will get some clarification, and then I'll go and research it a bit more. And, you know, you all might want to deny the fact that you did things that were fucked up. And sometimes they're by accident. And other times they were just fucking because driven by mental health, you know, whatever. You know, if you're a reasonable person and we could talk about it without blame and anger, because that's not helpful, I'd maybe gain some understanding and some fucking closure on things. You might get rid of some shame and guilt, and we might both be in a better place mentally. But no, I cop fucking anger and fucking abuse again. And if you actually read what I was saying and read the comments that people wrote, people know that I'm suffering and I'm struggling, and then they know that it's actually how bad it is, and the private messages I was getting from people who know me, haven't seen me, can't get to me because I'm so far away. Yet the people who are supposed to love and support me the most, regardless of how good I am at what I do, what I think of myself, because I know what's in my heart and I'm a good person, and I've never gone out of my way to be a cunt to anyone. But fuck me, people fucking love fucking making me look like a piece of fucking shit, and I'm done because I'm a good person and I know it. So think what you like. I might be absolutely fucking delusional, but what I do know is when I sit there and go, am I the one with the problem? That's actually a healthy thing, because that means I'm not the one with the problem, and I will, and I always do. I've always have done when I learnt about claiming responsibility for my own actions and stuff, and how to approach people and speak about things that need kind of fixing or validating, or when you're upset or hurt by something someone did, how to approach them about it. But fucking mate, even when I approach it textbook fucking, so I'm not blaming, I'm not pointing the finger, I'm not angry, I'm like nothing, I'll still get the same reaction. And then I end up apologizing to them for whatever I've done, how I've gone about letting them know that they've upset me. It's generally the way, because it's just a deflection to fucking not acknowledge. That's just instant. You've had a go at me, so I'm just going to have a go at you. So what can I have a go at you right now about? Well, you know, why are you doing it this way? Well, you know, right now that's the only way I can do it. So here's me in many, many situations where I'm going, I'm really sorry I upset you by sending you those messages or whatever. But I'm really fucking hurt. And then they still keep going. So those people who've not stopped to go, fuck, sorry, Tans, didn't mean to do that. It's just not hard to do, because I do it all the time. Even with my kids, because I want to model to them how to fucking apologize, because everyone's fucking human and no one's perfect. And no male ego, no female fucking, you know, nothing is going to fucking like intimidate me, threaten me, fucking anything anymore ever, because I'm too aware and I'm trusting my intuition, so I know 100% when it's happening, because I can't be gaslit and fucked with my head anymore. I see clearly. And I know who I am and I know what I've done, so I know when someone's throwing out right fucking bullshit they've pulled out of their ass in my face. Because I'm not crazy. I'm broken and I'm fucking traumatized, but I'm not crazy. Absolutely far from fucking that, I can tell you, because I'm the one who's got the fucking balls to look at myself and go, it's probably easy because I was told I was fucked up my whole life. I was fat, I was fucking dumb, I was fucking smart ass, I was a fucking whatever. And then beaten or fucking whatever, so I was frightened to do so many things, because if I do that, I'm going to get fucking flogged or abandoned, told I'm not loved anymore. Don't love you anymore. See, I'm a broken individual, but I'm certainly not insane, and I am like so fucking, like, I seriously don't take my shit out on people. It's not who I am. So don't so seriously, don't fucking contact me if you're going to just do that, because I don't want to know. And as I'm doing this, I've got someone who's been doing that to me for fucking months, trying to contact me and talk to me like nothing's happened. And because he saw me all shut down and fucked up last night, because I just had a 2-minute phone call from my dad where he just abused the fuck out of me and told me he was sick of my thoughts and feelings and just fucking hung up on me. I give, whatever it was that he said, because my head was spinning, because I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What have I done now? Because I've always done something. Yeah, it's okay for you to fucking tell me for 10 years, oh yeah, when I finish my renovations, I'll spend time with you and the boys. Who every single time I tried to fucking make plans with for birthdays, Christmases, Easters, everything, I've just Dawn first. And then her family came first every fucking time. Yet I'm the problem. 7 of your relatives in one house, and you refused outright to come down there. What does that say about you? It says, because the offer was there. We could have killed 2 birds with one stone. It would have been awesome to have you there. But no. Yet I'm the problem. Because I'm too fucking honest and open to just be delivered bullshit and actually do things that I don't genuinely feel. So, you can ask anyone, especially any man I've been with, if I'm not in the mood for sex, I'm not in the mood for sex, and you get drilled the fuck right out if you even cross a line with that. Because I don't do things I don't want to do. So right now I don't want to be abused anymore and have people's guilt and shame fucking turned around onto me in anger and crap just because they fucking don't want to own their own shit. Fuck off, cunts. I'm done. So an hour-long rant. That's pretty fucking good. All right. I seriously don't care anymore. I can't. If I do care, I'm going to break and kill myself. Because, when I wrote on Facebook, that was a desperate need for people to fucking reach out to me and help me out of where I was, because no one here does it. No one cares. They believe the fucking bullshit. And I used to just have mum do it. Now I've got 2 other people doing it to me. One of them's gone from one of my best friends who I shared everything with and went, spoke to nearly every day at one point, to him thinking, and I'm still that same person. I'm still the same person. I seriously, someone said to me recently, do you have evil in your heart? And I was like, nah, what? And he goes, do you want to kill someone? Do you want to murder someone? Do you want to do it? I said, no, not at all. And he goes, exactly. So don't let people make you think that you are a bad person when you're not. It's not in you. Okay, fucking true. Then, and through all my knowledge and things I've learned over the years and through university, because I don't just make shit up out of my asshole to fucking back up my own fucked up behaviours. I'll own my fucked up behaviours. And the only person that my fucked up behaviours affect is me. And even then, because I have complex PTSD, I don't really put myself in situations that anything fucking really bad can happen to me, because I'm scared of my personal safety all the time. So, and then when it comes to drugs and stuff, I can't be a drug addict or a fuck up, because I have this disorder, right, that affects alcohol, and it gives me alcohol poisoning. What do you think ingesting chemical drugs and shit do to me if I take too much. So, yet these are the same people who write themselves fucking right off, spew all down corridors of their house, make fools of themselves, fall asleep in public, and I've come across it and I've had to kick it and wake it up and say, go home, motherfucker, kebabs all over you, go the fuck home. Tania, is that? Yes, it is. And I'm like walking around quietly stoned or quietly got whatever it is. Mostly I'm just stoned. No one even fucking knows. And here you are, blind, making a fucking fool of yourself. And yet I'm the fucking disgrace and of the family. You know, judgment is just fucked up, and it's so fucking, like, I kind of like it when some fuckhead, especially it happens when they've had a few drinks, and it comes a lot from like people in defense force, like men, like it comes from men mainly. Women are a little bit more subtle and bitchy. They just bitch behind my back and talk about me. They don't even come and meet me at play. And I've been to parties and women just, like, they don't even know me from a bar of fucking salt. All I'm doing is being my quiet, smiley self, trying to, like, make myself available so I can make conversation with people or whatever. And they just don't want to. Why? Because I make them feel insecure. And why should I change myself? Not doing anything wrong. I'm just being my happy, normal self. Or I'm being happy and chatty because I'm like covering up the fact that I'm super fucking nervous because I actually have social anxiety. So, you know, the doctors prescribed me, guess what? Fucking weed. In all different forms to be able to walk out my front door every day. And go back to the supermarket because, you know, I'm just a lazy cunt, doesn't like to cook. But really, you know, anxiety is so bad because every time I went to the shopping centre, I'd run into like 5 million people who know me and all want to stop and talk to me, or want to hug me, or want to fucking take up my time, which is okay, and I love that. But, you know, when my son's going, Mum, swear to God, if you talk to one more person, I'm going to the car. Or I'm busy and I've only got a certain time, or I'm a bit fucked up and I just don't want to talk to people. Can't go to the shopping centre. So I start doing my masters, and that is full on because I'm doing it full time whilst working and kids. Unmedicated, waiting to see a psychiatrist and then getting lost in the system and totally let down. Having fucked up comments from lecturers that should never have been sent. That fuck with my self-esteem, and happened with my jazz degree as well. I'm like, you cunts. Why? They just don't get me. Because everything I have to say is on point, just maybe not the same language, because I choose to use language that's easy for me to deliver things, or easy for people to understand because I work in the real world. I'm just sick of people rolling their eyes and laughing in my fucking face, thinking I'm a joke, because I'm not. And how fucking disrespectful that is. And how, if you're judging me because you were given, you didn't work for it, you were given millions of dollars, and because I'm poor because my ex-husband decided to not work without any discussion, and I had to go to markets to go busking so I could buy nappies and food for my children. And I got to the point where I had to leave, and then he decides to not work, so I get a whole $36 a month or whatever fucking bullshit I get from fucking him child support, and then he doesn't want to help out with anything until just recently, because I've made it very clear that I've asked very little from him and nothing financial. And so it would be nice, instead of attacking me and making me fuck and destroying me, because that's going to destroy the children, and having that fuck of a girlfriend attack me publicly on Facebook and threaten all sorts of fucked up shit and accuse me of fucked up shit and use threats of fucking child safety and shit to take my kids off me. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Instead of being jealous, instead of being bitchy cunts, just help me. Like every other family. Because I'm neglecting my children by going to work, trying to get fucking ahead in life. And I'm asking you and their grandmother to do school runs and sport. And that's neglect. And yeah, I am spending hours there because I've just bought this business and it shuts at 5:30. So I get home like 6:30. And the kids have a lot of menu log, but they're fucking eating. So I'm neglecting my children. And then the house is a mess because they're full fuckers and don't put rubbish in the bin. Or they put it in the bin and Poppy pulls it out again. And the house is full of wrappers. And I'm fucking threatened with child safety because of that shit. And because no one else can be bothered letting the fucking dog out and she's shit in the bedroom. And no one wants to clean it up until I clean it up. And some days I'm just like, I can't be fucked doing that right now. I'll do it tomorrow. That warrants me being completely destroyed instead of helped. Because I'm only one person and I'm trying to fucking do everything I can without any money and finances to get from day to day. Because I'm still living day to day, minute to minute. So just back the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone. And unless you got something good to say to me, don't speak to me. And that's not saying that's not an ultimatum. That's just don't speak to me if you're going to be like that, because I can't deal with it and I'll just tell you to fuck off. By not speaking to me, you might have a chance of fucking salvaging something. But whilst you're ringing me and abusing me and then hanging up on me and abandoning me yet again, I'm not going to fucking respond to that in any other way. But fine. If that's how it is, fuck yeah. Been doing it on my own for all this time. It's no different. You've just been doing fucking lip service to make yourself feel better anyway. So, and I know that because of so many reasons. I can back up every fucking statement I make. And people go, yeah, are you fucking good with words? Yeah. And I'm really good at behaviour. So if you're going to say this, but your behaviour does something else, 1 and 1 does not make 2 here. I can see it. But you're trying to tell me 1 and 1 make fucking 2? No, son, it makes 5,653 right now. And your aggression backs it up. This backs it up. That backs it up. Because I know what people do to avoid, to deflect, and not accept responsibility. So they make another person scared or feel like shit or spin their mind so that they stop fighting, shut the fuck up, straight up, and just drop it. But when I have the ability to remain nice and calm, I can see things so clearly. And I just can go forever because I speak the truth. Even when I'm angry, I can still just keep going forever, actually, because I'm speaking the truth. My truth. Because that's all I know. And I'll, ask outright about certain things and just get lied to my face. Or I'll go, did you sleep last night? Yes. Okay, where'd you sleep? A bed. And you can see the fear. Whose bed? Oh, a whore's bed. And you're saying that you are too scared to go to whores and you needed me to go, and that's why I cracked the shit the other night. Guess what? Fuck off. Go Go to the whore's house if you've got nowhere else to go. I don't care. It's not my problem. And then every other reason, and it's like, I can't drive. Okay, yeah, you can because you slept last night. And then, even then, and I don't care, go and sit in your car out the front till you can drive. I don't give a fat fuck. Get out of my house. And that's how it's going to be always. I hate my life sometimes. I really do. I can't wait. Hopefully my next life is a lot less fucked up. Who knows?